Hi, I'm James with Guard Tower Studios. The following episode features the game Call of Cthulhu, which is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. As such, it contains dark thematic elements which can center around existential dread, loneliness, hopelessness, body horror, general madness, phobias, and mature themes that are not suitable for a younger audience. For this particular episode, parental guidance is strongly suggested. If you find any of the aforementioned things triggering, this episode is probably not for you. If, through your exposure to this episode, you find yourself struggling with mental illness and in need of mental health care, that's perfectly acceptable. Mental health care is health care. The brain is just an organ, and we strongly suggest and encourage you to get professional help. You can begin by calling your local crisis hotline from wherever you are, or you could visit NAMI.org, which is the National Alliance for Mental Illness, NAMI.org. That said, we hope that you enjoy the following. Thanks for watching.
Hello! Welcome to another episode of RPGallery. I am your forever DM, James, and with me is our host,
Hannah,
as well as
Ash, Jade,
Jared.
And we're going to dive back into Call of Cthulhu. Where we left off, you had all made it to the archaeological dig site in the desert. Two of you two, had found the little manhole cover in the old building leading down to a gate, and there were a dozen dead bodies, and you realized you had been tasked with removing those dead bodies. And you know, there ain't a whole lot you can do down there without that idol. You two, trying to get some rest in the tent, and you hear the faint sound of helicopters in the far-off distance, but you hear talking as men are passing by your tent. And we're going to have you begin by rolling a listen check.
Woo!
See if you understand what is being said.
Where's my listen?
Ooh, there it is.
Very high. 79.
10.
Holy crap, you actually
So at first, you don't really pay attention because it's just like military mumbo jumbo. You hear some men talking about, one of them is questioning, you really think that is adequate to keep her asleep? Doesn't she have to be cold? We're in a desert. And the other goes, well, it gets pretty cold at night. We'll be okay. And he goes, yeah, but what if my helmet doesn't work? What if the batteries are dead? He's, oh, you're such a worrywart. You just need to stop that. And he's saying worrywart, but he's got an accent similar to yours. And you gather from hearing them that someone is coming that needs to be kept refrigerated, and that they have some sort of helmets to protect them from this individual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You are just trying to nap, and you're so used to the noisy desert. In the military, everything's noisy that you're just sleeping right through it.
Yes! Do I get more hit points? Sorry, we rolled for it last time.
I'll let you roll a d4 as you're catnapping.
Yes!
What do you do with that information?
I would like to. So, what direction is the helicopter coming from? Can I tell what
You have
direction?
no way to tell. You're inside a tent, and it's very distant.
Mm.
And I don't know how much time you've spent in a desert.
Decent amount. I mean, I was a journalist, so I traveled.
No, I mean you, Jade. How many times have you been in a desert?
Oh, I've never been to a desert.
Yeah, you can't really tell what direction sound is coming from when wind is blowing from every direction.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep the information to myself. I'm not gonna wake you up since it doesn't mean immediate danger.
From your tent, I mean, because everything is hitting the outside of the tent, so...
Right. I'm not
You're
gonna
the-
wake you up. It's not like we're immediately in danger, but once you wake up and once they return, I will definitely share that information.
You did notice the helmets, like everybody wears helmets, these weren't really military helmets.
Can I see that?
No, you're
You're
inside
in
a
a
tent.
tent.
Yeah, so how am I seeing
Your
them?
tent is shut.
You heard them.
You heard
saying
them
that
talk
they
about it.
saw them as they were passing.
Ah, very nice. Okay.
So they do have some weird kind of thing attached to them. But you're just so used to weird stuff at this point. I'm not sure you would have thought anything of it.
Probably not, no. We're
Yeah.
going to have to kidnap and slay
What do you guys do?
a couple of them. so that we can get those helmets?
Well, we need to get the idol and get back. But in order to make the story sell, we need to get a body out of here. And by we, I mean me, because they don't know you're here.
Yes. They do not.
So you ready to climb down there and grab one of the dead bodies?
I guess so.
Okay.
Out of character, I feel like it would be a very sensible alibi for your character to just be like, oh, I had to go evaluate, I'm gonna need so many cots, and this, where am I supposed to lay out these bodies? Like, you're going over there to just plan, to see
and
what
then
you're
I could be a
dealing with.
distraction for you to get out. That's actually really smart. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to do something like that, where I just go up and try to talk to them and tell them, like, yeah, I need to go get this and this and this, and I need another person for extra hands. While he tries to escape.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I need to roll to do this?
You're going to try to persuade them, so this is going...
We do have a
fast talk, I believe.
There was
Okay.
that 1 buddy, 2 buddy, 3 buddy, 4, or 4 buddies.
18.
Okay. Okay, what do you say to them?
I went down and was just evaluating the bodies. It looks like I'm gonna need a scope, some, like, at least 3 cots, and an extra pair of hands. So I'm gonna go run and grab that and then come back.
These guys look at you and he's like, shouldn't you have known all that before you went over there?
I wanted
Like
to
you would.
evaluate the bodies to see what state they were in.
Where's your helmet? Ain't that dangerous?
I was not given a helmet. I was just arrived today.
All right, so you are attempting to... We're going to give you another fast talk roll for this one.
Ooh, 29. And my skill is at 33.
Okay. He clearly thinks that you're a little inept and doesn't know if you're up to this job, but he doesn't stop you.
Okay.
Would he like to do this job? Oh my gosh. Judgmental.
I walk. Hopefully he got out.
You see no clear place to break for it.
I'm pretty sure you could probably just make a run for it. They'll think it was a rat or something.
Or stay put and I bring back one of them.
There are patrols
him in, like, a
regularly
dead
walking
body.
around this area.
Wrap him
but
in,
you
like, a
managed to
dead body
avoid it
bag.
the first time.
Sorry, can you repeat what you just said?
The patrols that are walking around the area, they were on the other side of the dig site when he snuck through the first time.
Okay.
So generous.
Put him in a body bag. Just carry him out.
I don't
Have you ever
Are you
actually
getting
seen a body bag?
Oh, she has one.
You're in the middle of a desert, they're black, and they're not breathable.
You wanted to hold your breath?
I'd likely end up killing him before saving him.
Well, there go my plans.
Wait, can I say that? Do I need to?
No, you're
Okay,
fine. We're
okay.
good. So what do you want to do while she's going back over to wherever she's going?
Well, if I see no opening, I want to kind of...
Roll spot hidden.
7 of 45.
You see it glisten in the distance. You look up. There is, in fact, a helicopter coming.
Okay.
It is a civilian helicopter. It's white.
Okay.
It's rather large.
Well, if I don't have a clear shot to get out, I'm gonna kind of hide in the shadow like one of the eaves.
All right, so let's roll that. See how well you hide. This would be...
Probably stealth, which is not very high.
Yep.
That is a 90.
You think you're hidden.
I love that. You think you're hidden.
Yeah.
So he's like hiding from the helicopter.
He's like, I imagine him in the corner like,
You turn and you look. You can see him plain as day from where you are. Like he's like hiding behind this thing from the helicopter. And if anyone turned around, they would see him.
Oh.
he's like covering his eyes like, if I cannot see you, you cannot see me. I'm hidden.
None of them are looking that way.
But they
Yeah.
could.
Where are you heading?
I wanted to head to the tent, but I see him how? Is he in the direction of the tent or back in the building?
If you pay any more attention to him, you might make them notice him.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep heading to the tent then.
Okay, you head back to your tent.
Your turn to die.
You arrive at your tent. You pass the same guys that walked past the tent a minute ago. One of them is messing with some sort of thing on his belt. And he's like, man, I think my batteries are dead. And the other's like, dude, you better change your batteries before she gets here.
Okay, I have a crazy idea.
This is the second time I've noticed something about helmets now. I'm gonna be like, hey, where'd you guys get those? I haven't been issued mine yet.
They stop and like, you're supposed to be issued that before you even got here.
I know it. My supervisor said I'd get it upon arrival. I'm so confused. I'm just as confused
Roll
as you are.
fast talk.
18.
He's like, man, we don't just have those things lying around. So,
Yeah!
he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, I think there was one that Tommy broke last week. Is broken.
I can probably fix it.
And he tells you that it's in the junk crate over on the far end of the mess.
Okay, I head that way then.
All right, you're at the mess hall. You do see a crate full of miscellaneous junk.
Do I see a helmet?
You go over there, spot hidden.
Whew, 86.
All right. I actually rolled to set the threshold for that. It was 88. Okay, so you're digging through there, and you find one of their helmets and the little belt band, and it looks like the cable that attaches it, like where it attaches the port, is actually broken and it's wiggled loose,
Okay.
like a battery pack on the belt.
I could attempt to fix it. There's
I don't
no
know if your
guarantee.
character knows my character well enough, but I do have mech repair.
Awesome. I'm gonna at least take it back to the tent and then try to fix it myself.
All right, you get back to the tent. You find homeboy over there asleep, and she's doing whatever.
Probably writing down what I heard.
Hey, so we're gonna need your idol. I'm whispering all of this.
You can't have my idol. It's mine.
Just bring it
Look
with
at
us.
it. Just look. Don't touch it. Just look at it.
You're just gonna have to bring it with us.
Okay.
She's gonna have to come with you because she has a phobia that she will not part with that idol.
So she'll be my
So
extra
she's
hands.
manic. All right, then you're the extra hands.
I would like to share the information that I heard about someone arriving today that has to be kept refrigerated. I'm not sure exactly what it means. What's the helmet that you have
You
there?
did see a refrigerator truck when you came in.
I did see a refrigerator truck when on my way here.
She's not here yet. They said that she's arriving soon. She hasn't gotten
And you hear the getting closer.
But this, I've seen everyone wearing these. I'm pretty sure we need these. I'm gonna try to fix it, but I don't know anything about this, so who knows how this will go.
Okay. Okay. How big
Should
is
we
this idol?
should probably wake up our friend and tell them about all this. Him about all this.
Wake up! Good morning!
All right.
As you
so-
start making that kind of noise, you hear something. What the hell is that?
Oh shit. Oh.
One for the jar.
Woo!
Yeah, you hear him say, "What was that?" Are you gonna answer?
Just waking up my associate here. They overslept, and I need extra hands in the medical field.
You hear one? Associate, there's 2 of them? Yeah, I think there was 2 of them. Oh, wait. Why do we need 2 of them?
It's
You
just
guys
me,
take
I was
2 people
drifting
and carry
off.
bodies out of a hole? Oh, I guess that makes sense. And they move on their way.
Let's go.
The hard part is that there's 3 of you.
Yeah. So somebody's gonna have to get left behind, or find their own way. And by somebody, I mean you, because she has to come with me.
Out of everyone here, you're the one that could fit in the easiest. You are Corman after all.
Precious idol. She's pretty.
All right, so what are you doing with this helmet?
I'm just gonna start
Is
tinkering
he
with
working
it.
on that? I'd be like, have you done that before?
Not a day in my life.
Probably better in my hands, I reckon.
Here you go.
All right, roll to repair it.
Woo!
It's out your Swiss Army knife and pocket blowtorch. I don't know.
Ugh. 83.
You gonna push that?
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna push that. Oh, wait. Not
Just
that
the-
one.
just the
This
percent.
one. Same exact roll.
I think that happens quite often. You should have switched your dice.
You irreparably break it.
Great. And that was the only
Piece
one
of
we
junk.
had.
Could be worse. Could have thought you fixed it.
It could have exploded.
Oh, it's very clearly broken beyond repair now. You would have to have a full-on specialized kit to repair this thing.
Could I at least put it on and pretend like I have a working helmet?
It looks.
You can put it on and pretend.
incredibly broken.
Okay. I just want to
Let the
fit in
DM
with everyone.
Okay.
Keeper.
Yeah, you put on the broken helmet.
Cool.
What are you doing? The
you ready
helicopter
now?
is getting louder.
So you need an ID.
Wait. In handling the helmet, was I able to decipher the intention of the helmet? What is it doing? Is it feeding oxygen? Is it filtering out particles?
I'm going to have you roll.
Knowledge, maybe? Or
I'll have you roll.
intelligence?
No, this is still mechanical repair again.
Okay. 73.
You want to push that one, or are you going to leave it?
Let's be fun. Let's push it. I'm really trying to figure out this doodad. 93. It makes no sense to me. It's not a boat.
It's not a boat.
Gotcha.
You think that it probably is some sort of newfangled magnetic technology to maybe help repel bullets that come as headshots, but that don't really make any sense to you because the whole helmet is actually kind of almost like fiberglass, which is not a suitable helmet. It just has these little wire electrodes in it, and you're like, this is weird.
None of this is making no sense.
Well, that was that. Time to go carry some bodies.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
What?
that.
Where did this come from?
So, in the dig site, there's a cover covering a gate and a room full of dead bodies. I'm pretty sure that's why our little scientific friend said we needed your idol.
Sounds
You
like a
can't
Tuesday.
take
I
my
reckon.
idol, but
The
I'll go with
helicopter
you.
is getting loud.
Let's
Okay,
go.
we gotta go now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's make a go for it.
Let's not run. Let's just hastily walk towards
You want
You
that
gonna stop and pick up a
going.
cot at the medical tent?
what?
You gonna stop and pick up a cot at the
Oh
medical
yeah,
tent?
yeah.
As you stop at the medical tent, you notice the refrigerator truck is being pulled up near the helipad.
Don't like that.
Nope.
What is the refrigerator truck? It says Trueman on the side, I assume.
Probably.
Yep.
I'm sure that the helicopter says it too.
Yep. Okay.
So you see them pulling up over there as you're heading over to the dig site. Everybody's kind of looking in that direction. The patrols actually head over towards where the refrigerator truck just pulled up. They still left the 2 guards at the front of the dig site.
Okay.
And you come back with a journalist.
Who is dressed like a medical assistant, I thought.
Yeah, I am.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of injured, but yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Got my extra hands in my cot. We're good to go now.
Where the
I
hell did you
flashed my
come
badge.
from?
From the
Who
medical-
is this?
This was my extra
the
hands that was sent
assistant.
with me.
I came with
They've
the
been
medical
sleeping
team.
all day.
I didn't see nobody come with. Roll fast talk.
$40. Wait, no, that's 4.
4.
That's far.
He's kind of like reluctantly goes, I don't know you, and I don't like you.
Don't have
You
to.
better watch your back. And then he motions you on in. And they're both just staring at you the whole time, like,
I'm just gonna shrug it off and follow along. I got a job to do, so.
I show you to the manhole cover.
Sorry, this isn't high school where we just don't like each other and we don't get along, but.
You may want to plug your nose with something. It's a little rank down there.
I'm sure I can handle it.
the helicopter
Nurse.
coming in now is kicking up dust mightily. Enough that it would give you cover to try to make a run for it if you felt so inclined. You have to roll stealth.
Okay.
You just have Jared like
move
standing
your
behind a
axes?
pole, like.
But the pole is.
Before I leave the pen, I'm going to have, I'm going to find some sort of like plain
You
looking
rolled a
cloth.
99 to spot Jared, so.
Well, I'm glad you're still hidden.
I would look for some sort of plain cloth, even if it's like just an undershirt or something that I'll be able to like wrap around my face to block off dust.
There are actually like some head wrappings because there's some people that are among the staff here that are local.
Okay, I'll have taken one of those with me.
Okay, so
Okay.
you put on a head wrapping.
Stealth. 16.
I'm actually going to say for this one, it's going to be some sort of cultural thing.
Cultural thing.
Yeah.
The wrap.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to say anthropology unless you have something better.
What's anthropology?
The study of how people behave.
The base skill for that is 1.
I'm just wondering if that's gonna be like if I had anything better.
Disguise, maybe?
Not anthropology seems. It makes sense. 3.
You nailed it. You know how to put on a head wrap.
I roll what it counts.
Like it covers your face. You
Sorry about
look
your
like
helmet.
one of the locals. You even managed to get your skin covered up to where they can't even tell you're a white guy.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, all the dust is kicking up,
Yep,
and
I'm making a run for it.
as you're moving along, you're in one of the uniforms,
Yeah.
so they don't really bat an eye as you're running through the sandstorm towards the dig site. They're like, oh, okay.
Well, I got stopped with a medical uniform, but okay.
I roll a
You
3.
also have an arm that isn't working properly, and you look like you don't belong here.
Fair enough.
You just got a head wrap put on perfectly, all covered up, and you're running for the dig site. As the helicopter
Walking with purpose and confidence.
lands.
Yes. How you doing?
Trueman Corp
Very
helicopter.
generous.
This is actually a cargo helicopter. Wow, that is so generous.
Oh, you said it was a civilian helicopter.
Yes, a civilian cargo helicopter.
Okay.
Civilian means non-military. Trueman Corp is non-military.
Seemed pretty military to me.
Paramilitary is not military.
True. It lands as y'all kind of arrive together at the old beat-up building.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I think it's best that we get down there before that
Yep.
comes here.
Yep.
Agreed.
I reckon.
The voice in your head says, the idol must go first.
Hey, I don't remember your name. I remember your
Oh,
name.
okay.
My character is saying.
Okay, cool.
I don't remember your name, but you gotta go first. Down the hole.
What do I gotta go first?
My little friend told me you had to.
Unless you want to hand your little toy over.
No.
Exactly.
Well, then.
And then
Go.
go first.
Fine, I'll go down.
So you open up the hatch, and as you start climbing down, I'm going to need you to roll to not throw up everywhere.
Or
I did warn her that
the
she needed
Constitution
something to plug her
save.
nose.
I should have an advantage on this. Besides the head wrap, I have experience.
49
started this
of
adventure.
60.
In a truck looking at my colleagues.
You don't puke all over yourself, but it is entirely unpleasant. You start climbing down the
Oh, why
ladder.
didn't anyone tell me to plug my nose before I came down here?
Electricity begins to arc from the gate to your idol.
Is it in your pocket?
Where? I'm holding it, aren't I? Because I'm super obsessed with it, so I'm just
The
staring at it.
whole room. Have you ever touched one of those little balls of glass and you see the electric going everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Kosai.
This room starts to look like that with the electricity coming from the door, like this big circular gate on the wall.
Okay.
But everything that would hit you arcs over and hits this idol instead.
So I'm just watching it get hit by lightning, and it's not
In that
hurting
moment,
me,
you
correct?
realize that if anyone would have entered this room without that idol, they would have died.
Yeah, it's like a conduit is what it's called, yeah?
Like a key.
Okay, gotcha.
And as you get down there, there is a pedestal in front of the gate, and on the pedestal there's a base of, there's a hole about that big that looks the exact same size as the base of your idol.
No. It's mine.
And as you're down there, the electricity starts to crackle and crackle and crackle, and storm clouds start to form above the dig site.
That sucks. It's mine.
Can I wrestle her for the idol?
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight with your
In
life,
order
so.
to do that, you'd have to climb down there.
I have an
Would I
idea.
die if I do that?
You don't know. Everyone else did.
6 times the charm, right? What character do you want?
I don't want to die again.
It's forming a storm above this. It's forming rapidly.
You're gonna have to hurry up down there.
Lightning is starting to crack from above.
Hey, Veneer.
Yeah?
Please do whatever needs to be done with that idol so we can go. We're attracting a lot of attention down up here.
Well, they want my idol.
Then give it.
No. You're not
For
my
our
mother.
lives. It's for all of us.
I'd rather die than go up this side.
You hear people like starting in this commotion, like
Someone's gotta come fight me for it.
what is happening?
It's
There's
gonna
the
kill us.
people down in the hole
It's
again.
not me. I'm
Somebody
hyper
like, "Oh, it's
obsessed
gonna
with
kill
keeping
the
this idol.
stupid medic. And there's commotion and stuff, but then you hear people like put a lightning rod on the refrigerator truck now, and people start like running like equipment over and climbing up on the refrigerator truck. As he puts it on the refrigerator truck, a bolt of lightning hits it, and the guy's arms blow off as his body goes flying.
Veneer, we're gonna get blown to bits if you don't.
It's not me. It's my character. I'm not
Can I see
giving
the
it
book
up.
real quick? I want to check a spell.
I can't see what's going on, but you can't reason that maybe
Would
your character
calm
wouldn't
emotions
mind
work
your
on
idol
her,
being on
Like
display.
phobia mania thing?
How obsessed am
You
I
have
with
to
this
touch
idol?
her for that.
How obsessed am I with this idol?
You are obsessed with it.
To the point where I would give my life for it? So that's where I'm at right now.
You just don't want to relinquish control of it. There's nothing that says you wouldn't set it on the pedestal, but
Okay.
you wouldn't leave it there.
Yeah, I'll set it on the pedestal.
As soon as you set it on the pedestal, the storm immediately starts to abate.
Guys, I did it! I'm gonna keep my hand on the idol at all times.
Someone climbs out of the helicopter. Someone distinguished looking. They're wearing a suit in the desert. As the wind whips, you see they have a very large semi-automatic pistol in a holster inside the suit.
That's too close. I'm going down.
I'm also going down.
Yep.
All right, you guys climb down, but the electricity has stopped.
Woo! Do I need to roll a con save? Or can we assume that I'm around
You, I
bodies
think,
alive?
are okay. Everyone else is going to have to make a con save to avoid throwing up all over themselves.
Do I have to since I made it the
If I
first time?
take the idol off
Every
the...
time you're exposed to this, you got to make it again.
This is a widow.
If I take the
25.
idol off the pedestal, does lightning erupt again?
Is that enough
Do
light?
you want to try it?
1.
No.
What? You did? Oh, it is.
1.
So
You are so used to the smell of dead bodies, this is nothing.
I told you, I just live in
Yeah.
the morgue, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
question to the party: if I take this
The
idol
what?
off
Don't.
the pedestal, I'm not
Don't.
going to. I'm asking, like, wouldn't, just an FYI. I don't think I can take this thing off,
I'm telling you,
and I'm
Way
not
to go.
leaving it behind. So
You
Way to
notice
go.
that there is some sort of puzzle to this gate.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like puzzles.
Out of character, I like puzzles. I don't know about in character.
out of character, I hate puzzles. I like puzzles.
If
I hate
Jared's
riddles.
character sounds like your kind of thing. A puzzle.
yeah.
What is your character's name again?
Henry.
Henry, thank you.
Maybe, so what's
all of
the
the writing around the outside of this gate is an elder sign.
Yeah, I have no reason to know that.
This one does.
I do. That gives me an idea for later,
All right.
if I need it.
I can recognize this as Indiana Jones style.
Yeah.
Okay.
This straight out Indiana Jones movie.
Yep.
Okay.
Local kids graffitiing everywhere.
So I'm gonna start kind of looking around at this elder sign, and figuring out what I'm gonna have to do to manipulate it. Since I can't really get a good look at the idol. I
So let's roll to see if you can read it.
yeah, Cthulhu Mythos. What are
Yep.
called?
This would be Cthulhu.
77 of 75, but I will push for 27.
Oh, all right. As you first start reading it, you're not really understanding it, and you feel the dark forces that sometimes show up start whispering to you. And you take another look, but you realize that, like, in that moment, that you're just their tool for as long as they need you, and then they will throw you away.
Yeah. It's the consequences of.
As
doing
you're
these things.
reading this, you realize that this gate takes 3 specific people to open.
Okay.
These people had to have each undergone a certain ritual separately of one another. Something about twins and the sun and the moon and the thunderstorm.
Okay.
So you with a 27, I'll give you this, that one of those people is represented by the moon, one of them is represented by the sun, and the other is represented by an electrical storm.
Okay.
And that if all 3 are not present, this gate will not open.
Okay.
I'm from my gods are the technological society type, right?
No, yours are the
holy
benevolent
ones.
ones, the holy ones, the good guys.
Got it.
I'm gonna try to do a.
You still have this book with you that you've never read.
No, the cult, the ghoul, that I have not had time to.
It had an extra
do.
pages shoved in it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to flip through that to see if that's gonna give me an idea of what. I'm
Roll
gonna
a
get
cult.
here. 24 of 78.
As you're going through these notes, you realize that like, all these extra pages that were inserted are from other books. And they're notes about rituals that have been performed. One of the rituals was performed on an adult male. One was performed on a girl, and the other was performed on her twin brother.
All right. Well,
And there's a page in there again that says, like there's notes that are written in some kind of like strange code that someone has personally made this up. If you would like to see if you can decipher it, this would be cryptography, I believe. Is it cryptography? Yes, cryptography.
definitely not a skill I have.
I was about to say.
You
that's
are
supposed
welcome
be
to
the
discuss it as a group if you would like, and everyone can see if they can decipher the cryptography.
Can I do it as an intelligence roll?
Okay.
So we're all rolling for this? 58.
Could I do this as a
I will
psychology?
push. 13.
4?
I don't think psychology would apply because as you're trying to decipher a hidden code, not the way someone's thinking.
4.
It was 83, but I pushed for a 13.
13, you'll get the gist of it. With a 4, you look at this and you realize whoever wrote this is a World War II buff. You, just as a hobby, when you were in college, studied a little bit about the Wind Talkers, that they had code that was based on the Navajo language.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
Interesting.
You can't really read it all too well, but you understand what it is. And just as like a hobby, you just you tried to understand it. And so I'm gonna say, the note kind of says, as long as
Ye shall live.
the blood still pumps, the brain will not die.
I'll read that aloud.
Yeah.
Approximately.
I mean, I think like my character probably has some understanding of that. I mean, he
But this is
lived
scrolled on a
through-
page with symbols of the eclipse and symbols of the blood moon.
Which eclipse? Solar?
Like a solar eclipse. There's like a symbol of the solar eclipse.
Solar eclipse and blood moon.
Interesting, interesting.
Now, it's not like a picture of a blood moon. It's like
Yeah.
there is a astrological symbol for a blood moon, and there's an astrological symbol for an eclipse. And both of those are on this page, and those notes are scrawled next to it, and it says that as long as the blood still flows, the brain will not die.
Okay. Yep, describing that out loud, which kind of creeps me out because it does remind me of the brain in a jar that you got.
That's what
I
I
do
was
have
thinking
I
of too.
That was
definitely
my-
still swiveling.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to assume that the twins in question are probably exactly who we
Brenda
think
and
they
Simon?
are. Yeah.
Are they twins?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Brenda and what?
Simon.
They're brother and sister. Actually, you want to roll history? Sure. That is history, right?
I've encountered him a lot.
You have. Did you know his sister?
42.
I knew their father really well, so would I have met them?
Roll history.
Can I roll history?
That is a 94.
You're not sure.
I'm going to
Because of
push.
my
I've
past
never pushed
research.
roll.
Sure, I'll let you roll history as well.
16. 50.
63 and 55.
You are
I don't-
uncertain. You're pretty dang sure that Brenda and Simon are twins.
Okay. Well, that tells me a lot that I expected.
In fact, with that, I'm only put 2 and 2 together. You're pretty sure the rituals were performed by
Yeah.
Brenda and Simon.
Yeah, my character already figured.
Yeah.
I said 80 intelligence. He's pretty...
There's one more page in there
Okay.
that's tied to a page about resurrection. That you can create a
Stuff
ghoul,
that is.
and you can get that ghoul to turn into anyone. But then you have to lure the soul of that person back into the body of a ghoul to get it to turn into the person and bring them back from the dead. If their body has been destroyed, that is the only way that you have seen anyone discuss able to bring someone back who no longer has a body.
So I figured out who the sun and the moon are.
Who?
Simon and Brenda.
Did you say his name?
So they have to be here for the gate to open?
They're gonna have to be here, and the whatever being is tied to the electrical storm that we...
You hear
Would
the
it
voice in your
be-
head. She's already here.
Well, something tells me she's already here.
Something.
The human male, was it their father? What was his name started
No.
with a W? Because he's now a brain in a jar, so we would have the second
Wendell?
one.
Window? No.
Yeah. So the
The
third.
being said she.
She's already here. Brenda's here.
I'm thinking it's the person that everyone needs the helmets for.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
thinking that's who.
So not Brenda.
The one that needs to be refrigerated.
That makes sense.
So they're gonna resurrect her.
And I think they're going to resurrect the being that has no body,
Yeah.
which is their father.
Right. Okay, got it.
Yeah, the brain.
I'm following.
Wendell.
Your brain.
Wendell.
In the
That's
jar.
his name?
Yeah.
Wendell, yes.
Wendell, yes.
And as you're talking, a single newspaper clipping falls out of the back of the book.
Can we see it?
Yeah, you pick it up, and it is an older newspaper clipping. From 1963.
Man, those are the good old days. That's what my character's thinking.
And it is a clipping about a car accident. And someone snapped a picture of it.
It's
It's a black and white photograph. And the picture was of a woman trapped in the car, burning alive.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna snap a picture of this
The
real
article
quick.
says, in an unfortunate accident, Daria Trueman, wife of billionaire Wendell Trueman, was killed in a fiery car crash yesterday, leaving behind 2 twin infants and her husband.
An obituary.
Could the lightning person be Daria that they're trying to resurrect?
Yeah,
Possibly.
I definitely think so.
I know you can't answer that, so I'm not even. That's why I didn't even look at you for that one.
In that moment, you realize losing his wife drove him mad. That wouldn't have said billionaire, it would have said like multi-millionaire because it's the 60s.
Yeah. Well, it looks like that until we can draw them here, this gate stays closed.
So, what do we do until then? Because we only
Do
have
we
until
want it
tomorrow.
open? What does this? We should probably figure out what this gate does before we randomly decide to open it.
Well,
Roll occult.
Like the electric thing, I know we wanted that resolved before we came down
5.
here.
Of 78.
You. I want to roll spot hidden as well.
Spot hidden.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of how best to present this.
59 of 45.
So you don't spot much on there, but you're like, you know that from the looks of things in this book, you think that Wendell is trying to bring back his wife.
Yeah.
And this gate in front of you is part of that.
Did he experiment on his own children to do it?
We don't know.
Was he the one doing the experiments?
Rituals.
Rituals.
We just know that the kids, the one is crazy and the other is now a billionaire who is doing a lot of very shady things. But past that, we don't know anything. Past, like, you've had your encounters with him where he is making
Insane,
deals
yeah.
with
A god.
a elder god of some kind. So, like, that's all we really know is that he's making deals with an elder god and his sister's crazy and his dad is a brain in a jar.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we have a little bit more information that there were rituals conducted on them, one around the sun, one around the moon, and then one around the electric storm that was presented to us as that being a male figure, but we don't know who.
This all sounds real fantastic to you. You're like, oh, that sounds like a good movie.
Yeah, this is looking like Indiana Jones stuff, and whatever poem they're trying to solve is probably not gonna be the way they're imagining it, but there might be something to the end of this. So I'm going along for the ride, but
And-
not with the same expectation.
We know I've been able to assess that whatever it is that Simon wants has to do with here.
Right.
And so if at this point, if we want to stop him, it is probably best that we do so here. One, because it's going to be a lot more enclosed. He's got all his goons here that we don't want to have to deal with.
Exactly.
If we can get him before they become a problem, all the better.
Even worse, that the description of the way your mother died,
Sounds just like that car crash.
just like his.
Yep.
So he's taking his vengeance out on me.
So
He does not really like me. So I can't roll for seduction.
No.
no,
It won't.
you're not a bard.
Enemies to lovers.
So what are you guys gonna do? The helicopter blades are dying down.
I want to start crying.
Is crying a free action?
Let's see. I burst out into tears.
Alright, so this thing needs 3 people with very particular rituals that they went through.
As you're standing in front of this, it's like, have you ever seen the movie Stargate? There's like one of those.
Yeah.
There's a pedestal in the middle with the idol on it. And then in front of where the idol goes are 3 bowls
Okay.
with like these little tubes that lead down into the pedestal.
Blood's supposed to go in those, ain't it? I reckon.
That's what I was thinking. Blood from each of those 3 beings.
Also sounds like some movies I've seen.
Yeah.
Does it specifically have to be those 3 beings, or just someone from like similar faction to them?
It would have. It specifically said the three beings that were tied to these three rituals.
So you would know, you had a really amazing roll earlier, that you either need the three people or you would have to re-perform the rituals so that another person could suitably take their place.
Now, there are three of us.
Whoa, hold on.
That's kind of what I was thinking. We don't know these other people, nor can we trust them. I know it's a lot to experiment on each other, but...
You hear crackling across your headset in the helmet that you didn't even know was there. And it's like someone's flipping through channels like they're just next to yours, and you hear like staticky trying to get it, and then you hear it click over again. It's like, hey, you new medic guy!
Yes?
You need help getting that up there? I ain't coming down there, I ain't dying, but I just make sure he's alive.
Barely. The lightning almost took us out.
Yeah, well, I lost a good friend down there to that. Can you get him out of there pretty quick? I'd like to have this done before Simon gets here.
Great, love it.
On it.
Super fun.
She's literally like on speaker.
Oh, that was, sorry.
You have to
That was
specify.
automatic reaction. I
Out of
apologize.
character.
You have to do this.
I'll let it pass this time.
Sorry.
Out of character, in character. Out of character, in character.
I do that. Fun.
All right,
Great.
so you just learned Simon is on his way.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we expected.
That's one down. Wait, Simon ain't no she. I reckon.
Nope.
Someone else is on their way as well then.
Well, someone else is already here.
Yeah, she just got
Okay.
here, didn't she?
In my book, do I have these rituals?
To a degree, but you don't think that you have everything that you need here.
What does he need?
A lot of strange occult implements, torture devices.
Could we use some of my medical equipment in place of that?
He would have to torture someone unwilling under the bright sun and under the full moon.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, that shoots that plan.
Yeah.
I'm concerned that the moon and the sun are what stops you from doing it, and not the torture part.
No, it was the torture unwilling that stopped me. Willing, sure. Unwilling,
They have
no.
to be unwilling.
that
Here's the-
wouldn't be
here's the
hard.
thing you have to
except I'd
realize.
make it hard.
Here's the thing you have to realize about my character. My character, the forces that he works with, they don't care about good or bad.
Out of character, I know. All ain't having it.
Because you rolled really good on occult. You would know that to raise the dead, the rituals must be performed on those who are related by blood.
So,
siblings.
so it looks like if we want this to work, we need everybody.
So
here.
generous of you.
I'm barely even going.
So it looks like if we want this to be successful, we're going to need Simon, Brenda, and the third.
Well, one is here.
One's on his way.
One's on his way. We just need to figure out Brenda.
Well, yes, but I get the feeling that if Simon is trying to do this, he's already dealt with that.
That's fair.
You hear some people talking on the radios from above the hole. Somebody is near the hole. And you hear their comms, because there's like, the sandstorm has died down now, but, and it says, Ice Queen is in the ice box. and you hear somebody reply from above the manhole. Copy.
There's your moon goddess.
Yeah.
I think that one's the.
I think that's
Storm.
one's the lightning one, yeah.
Yeah, because they had the lightning rod on top of the truck and all that.
And I'm pretty sure Simon is the sun and Brenda is the moon.
That is my thoughts exactly. Well, it could be reversed because I don't know anything about Brenda, and typically nighttime is associated with evil,
Okay.
and Simon is a very not good person.
We don't want to assume, but also we need them both anyways, so it doesn't really matter which one's which.
So my character isn't into the occult, but my thoughts are the sun is clearly the sun, and then sun and moon are usually counterparts to each other, which tells me that would be the other twin. So I feel like the sun and moon would be the twins, and then the lightning is.
Well, yeah, I
different
think sun and
aspects.
moon is the twins. I just think that.
And usually
Which
that's
one's
hot and
which?
cold, so I could see Brenda, the twin sister, being the one who needs to be frozen.
The one who
That's where
needs,
my brain went.
I think the one who needs to be frozen is the one they're trying to revive.
Yeah, I think that's the mom. The
I
thunder.
thought your book said something about
Roll
trying
intelligence. A whole lot of you.
to resurrect someone that doesn't have a body.
1,
74.
and I did push.
The Corman's words ring true to you as you feel a little bit of your soul leach away. Make a sanity save.
91 of 45.
You will lose 3 sanity points.
Because you were wrong for once.
Okay.
As all of a sudden you realize the sun is Simon, the moon is Brenda, and the one part of the body that is a raging electrical storm is the brain.
That was, and you see, that was my second guess myself, because
The brain in the jar?
yes,
Oh, because they have to be related.
and I second guessed myself because I was like, oh, the man, that's got to be the brain, but then I was like, maybe not. But
So the brain in
I
the
was right
jar
the first
is the mother.
the brain in the jar is Wendell. The brain in the
Her
jar
father.
is the father,
And we knew this.
and we knew this already. But the brain in the jar, you remember the 3 rituals: the sun, the moon, and the electric storm.
Yeah.
The brain in the jar is the electric storm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Then Simon and Brenda are sun and moon.
Okay.
And what was the full name that you had given to this brain in a jar?
That I had?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jackson Dunar.
And in that moment, you realize that's code. You want to roll intelligence?
Absolutely. Are you kidding? I'm gonna push that.
So it'll be just the percentile. It was a 6, so
He was a 9 once. What was
it was a 6.
6.
You realize that it actually says the undying in this same cryptograph notes that he had taken before.
What says this?
The name that she was given for him
Oh.
was a code.
How
It
generous.
means the undying one.
What was his original name that you had given him?
Jackson Dunar. He was actually supposed to be one of my characters. I have a character sheet for.
Really?
Code for what again?
The undying one.
That's in here somewhere. I have a million now.
See, when we did the character creation stuff, I built a whole world off of what y'all made. So
That's cool.
I made 4 characters because I
Well,
knew that he was in a jar, and I was like, well, if I could save him, it'd be cool to play him.
I think that to not arouse suspicions,
We carry some bodies up.
y'all 2 need to carry some bodies up. Those 2.
Us,
Yeah.
Yeah, us too.
Those 2.
I can help load him onto the stretcher, gurney, cot,
Cot.
whatever.
I want to, while you guys are doing that, do a little bit more study, but if we do not wish to arouse suspicion, it needs to get started soon.
I would advise you guys to stay down here.
Oh yeah, us two are gonna stay down here.
Yeah.
But maybe one of you needs to bring the jar here.
I don't know how we're gonna get the jar
How big is it?
undetected.
The jar?
Yes.
It's a brain in a jar.
I'm sure I could shove it down my pants. No one would notice.
Yeah. Like, it's like that big around.
You might
We're
be
not
able to-
leaving,
Could I
by the
shove
way.
it in a medical bag?
Wait, yes, you are.
Yeah, I
Never
am.
mind.
I mean, you've been carrying it around in a bag, I thought, but...
Oh,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
probably was. I wasn't the one carrying it, so I never knew. I know we put it in the trunk in the...
It is
Keep
currently in
it,
the
just
trunk.
to keep it hidden.
So another thought is to put it in one of the body bags so you can smuggle it back.
Okay.
Why would we realistically be taking a body bag back to the dig site?
to get more
transport
bodies out.
But
Yeah.
if it looks like it has something in it.
There's a dozen dead bodies down here.
They're bulky bags.
They're
Okay,
bulky.
just
They're
making
bulky.
sure.
They're bulky bags, but on top of that, I'm sure more than one of these bodies is in bits and pieces.
They've all been cooked by lightning.
I'm sure some of them have lost limbs.
You
or
could
such.
you could
Lost
probably go like
limbs.
Just trying to think of why we would take
Here's
a
the
bag.
thing.
You would be
a
like,
full
"One-
bag back in
these,
there.
These have been rotting for like quite a while.
No, that's
you
not what I'm trying
you
to say.
could
I'm
be
just
like, we tried to pick one up, it fell apart. It fell apart.
It's
Needs
only
a
been
bag.
a few
Needs a
days.
bag.
We're taking it back in. We're not taking a body out with it. We're going back
Yes,
in.
you need
Yes.
to grab the bag to put the body into the bag to get it back out.
I brought a body
Just
bag
making
with
sure
me,
that
did I
it's
not?
bulky enough.
I would
mean, I
assume
don't-
you
Because
did.
then if they look at it and there's a
Well,
big
I
like
assume you were
lump in
doing
it,
the
they're
body
gonna
bag
say-
in a stretcher.
Huh?
The
Yeah.
keeper's gonna let us do it.
Okay.
So
Just checking, because it's really, really sick to get caught with the brain in a jar.
Okay, so let's carry a body out, you and me.
Okay.
Put it in the body bag. Will you help us load a body into the body bag?
did he give you a description of the guy that
Huh?
he was
What
of his
order are we
friend?
doing this? I'm helping you in the hole, and then
And-
you guys are
yes.
taking it out of the hole.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Okay.
know
We need
that
your-
one of them is standing at the top of this hole, and they think there's only two of you down there.
Exactly.
Yes. that's why
Hey,
you
what
guys
does
have to
your
hold.
friend look like?
Yeah. Did he give you a description?
None of these people down here are even discernible from one another anymore.
Oh.
Well,
So I say we just grab a body, put it in a body bag, put it on the cot, take it up
Are
the...
there badges to be found off of them? Like I
No
know
one's
the.
bothered to look.
Well, that's why I'm asking now, because my character's gonna.
Spot hidden.
May I also look for some
Sure.
badges for people?
61.
23.
33.
My total is...
You find one of the people down here named Jafir. His eyes similar to yours.
Alright, alright.
You take the badge off his dead body. Jafir's been missing for days. Presumed dead.
I'm
So
still.
I won't pass inspection, but if I flash a hey, there's a card.
Unless someone that knew him sees
Yep.
it.
Alright, alright.
It's a risk that you'd have to take.
For now.
23 out of 55.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you find you find another badge that the corner of it's partially cooked, obscuring, like it's like melted the image, like you can't see the face. But Lisa Givens. is
Give
the name
it
of
to
the-
me.
yeah,
Since
I'll-
I'm injured, and they're like, "Why is your badge?" You know,
And
right?
yours is the doctor.
Well, I
Yeah.
was
Doctor.
I got, almost blown up. So thanks for pointing that out. You know, you just be like that. You know,
Okay.
my badge.
I was planning on giving it to you anyway since I have the doctored one. It won't pass inspection, but if I just flash it, it'll work.
Okay. So he opens the hatch. Like, oh God, how can you work down there?
You get used to it after a while.
All right. Well, so you need a rope or something?
A rope would be great unless you want to reach down here and help us.
He'll throw a rope down.
Okay.
And then he calls for 3 more people to come over and help.
Okay. Are you guys staying back
I'm
away from the
staying-
manhole? Okay.
Okay. So, we're gonna do. You're gonna tie this on with sleight of hand.
You were good to me earlier.
It's 19. That's a 19.
It is a 19. And my sleight of hand skill is base 10.
So you think you got this on there nice and secure, and they start hoisting it up.
And then it falls.
The knot slips and the body falls, and you hear crunching and sloshing.
I throw up.
And you hear a from inside the bag as the bloated body popped.
I throw up.
Everybody make a con save.
I don't want to pass.
10.
6.
You're fine. You're like, oh, that's gross. Can I
18.
look?
6. I was like, oh, cool.
1.
What?
1. Again, look at that. These dice like me.
You are unaffected by dead remains.
The odds of that
apparently.
are 2 is 1 in
I mean, they're
200.
not.
All right, you made it. All right, so
Nurse.
you retie
Nurse.
it and you start hoisting the bodies out.
Ooh.
I figure early on you probably got the crap jobs. I got a buddy of mine who works at a thing.
Well, and the
Nurses
nurses
get
see
their hands
worse.
dirtier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
well,
nurses see the
They
worst
said
of
they,
it.
they see the worst, and especially like when they're first starting, they typically get given the jobs that nobody else wants.
Yeah.
So,
And then he's like, all right, next. You only had 1 body bag.
I didn't think that far ahead. Oh, that's not. I'm literally just gonna say that they already think I'm stupid.
I told you to grab more body bags.
Fast talk.
Can I just like argue like I told you to grab more?
That's what I was hoping for.
I'm gonna push that. It was a 71. Wait, I don't know.
Oh, that light's not plugged in. Hold on. Let's plug in that light real quick.
oh, it looks like the bottom is just poking out. What'd you roll?
I just
Hold on.
blinded myself.
Have a seat.
I'm gonna react again.
I told
All right,
you.
so what'd you roll?
I rolled a 3rd one.
Wow.
What? The odds of that are 1 in
So-
300. 3 times.
They go and
300. Or
they
3 out
decide
of
to
100.
fetch you some more
Same
bags. Yeah, they open up the manhole and they throw them down the hole.
I just let them fall.
You hear one of them up above just puke. Because this smells terrible.
Thank you.
Like, how on earth does he work in that? While they're moving all the bodies, you're looking back through the papers and stuff, I'm assuming, seeing if you can figure all this out, and you notice something about this picture.
Yeah.
The picture shows like someone happened to have a camera handy.
Was it a
But-
camera like that?
It has like a weird kind of like mark in the bottom right corner of the picture, almost like a watermark. But that watermark, it's very faint in the picture. It looks like elder sign. Like maybe there's elder sign on the lens.
Okay. I was about to ask. Well, I wouldn't know because we've not developed any of your pictures.
True.
But you would know. But you're busy right now, and I can't stop you. But that's something to file away
Okay.
because that
Small problem. I let go of the idol, didn't I?
The idol is on the pedestal.
on the pedestal,
It's
not
within
going
line of
anywhere.
sight of you.
You
Am
can
I,
still see
am
it.
I good?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're good.
You can't leave this room without it, but
Got it. Just making sure because I realized I forgot that mechanic.
What do you
we
do?
get another body, fill the body bags,
All right,
And
so you
then-
spent some time hauling bodies out of here. You're noticing as you're like putting the bodies in these bags, it's not just normal electrical scarring. Every single one of them, the electrical patterns that scorched across their body have formed elder sign.
Great.
Yep.
I wouldn't notice that.
You was like, wow, that's real neat geometric patterns. That's kind of cool. Must have been what they
Nature's
were wearing.
wild.
Yeah. You are reading them.
Yeah.
You're seeing words interloper, unworthy. Just insults about the people that died.
Okay.
But roll psychology, I guess.
Psychology. I have a little bit of that actually. 75. I did not get it because it's 35 is.
Nope. You don't get anything out of it. So yeah, you're hauling all of them out of there. As you are wrapping up, the sun is setting. You're in a hole, but you think again you faintly hear the sound of a helicopter.
Another
This
one,
would
or
be
that
the
one
time that
departing?
the other medics are arriving, wouldn't it?
We know that Simon is on his way.
I think one of you needs to go grab that jar and bring it fast.
Yeah, we both need
I
to...
can't go yet. You need to go.
Okay, I will go and pretend like I'm carrying bodies off to wherever their morgue is.
You're
and then-
covered in like gross stuff, and they don't want to stand within a few feet of you.
Cool. Then I just grab bodies and start going.
They've started hauling the bodies away that you've
Really?
been setting up to them already. Yeah.
Okay, then I just go and say I need a shower.
Okay.
You're coming back, right?
Yeah.
All right. So as you are heading out, you see 2 helicopters arriving from different directions. One of them is an American military Black Hawk helicopter. The other is another real fancy white helicopter.
The Americans are here.
I'm gonna not run, but walk to my tent, grab a fresh pair of clothes, put that on, and grab the brain. Put it in a medical bag.
So you need more body bags.
I'd say you can find a large enough bag to stuff it in.
Okay. And then I make my way back to the dig site.
On your way back to the dig site, the Black Hawk lands. 2 medical personnel hop out.
I see them.
These are U.S. soldiers.
This is gonna be rough.
Well,
I book it back to the dig site.
These are corpsmen, just like the one that you're with.
I make a run for it.
You're running to the dig site. Okay. Let's see if anybody notices you.
Why would you run?
why?
Roll a 91.
Why are you running?
All right, so you run back to the dig site. The Black Hawk has landed. The people hopped out. A couple of people hopped back in, and it flies away as the other helicopter is approaching.
There's
I go back down the hole.
And on your headset, you hear all attendees front and center. Mr. Truman's arriving.
Can I go back down the hole?
You won't be up there when Mr. Truman arrives, but sure.
You want to bring?
I just want to
Mr.
drop off the
Truman's
brain
in.
and then.
Okay, you get to the manhole.
Is anyone else there?
Yeah, is anyone
As
else
soon as
there?
they got the call, everyone started making their way to the helipad. They're like lining up, almost
Okay.
like a procession to greet him.
So I drop the brain off and then run back to where I'm supposed. I'm not supposed to be here though.
The 2 medics that got off the Black Hawk are lined up with everybody else.
Yeah, then I'm gonna stay in the hole.
Down in a hole.
As you're getting ready to climb down the hole, you see people talking and pointing in your direction.
Hey guys, little problem.
What's up?
The other medics arrived.
What?
I thought we had more time than that.
Yeah, I did too.
As long as I didn't see you, it's fine.
The sun is going down.
They definitely know we're here.
Oh, well, that changes
They want to
things.
come get us?
I mean, I'm standing over the manhole cover talking to you guys.
We haven't come down with them.
I think you came down.
Oh, yeah, then thank you.
Did you come down?
The
Yeah.
same guard comes over the intercom on your headset and says, "Hey, new guy,
Yeah, what's up?
you didn't come to the lineup."
I didn't know a medical team that smelled like death was supposed to be there. I figured Mr. Truman would want some, decorum.
Fast talk.
Nice.
19.
He's like, you're not sure that he buys it? He doesn't really say anything.
Does he see? Do we know if he sees the
He's
medical
just
team
like,
just right?
he was, in a few moments later, he's like, better hurry up. He doesn't like it when we're not lined up when he shows up.
Okay, on my way. I drop the brain and I run back up the stairs.
You climb up the ladder and you look off in the distance and you see two men that are like the armed guards holding MP5s. Like armed and ready to go, not pointed at you, looking right at you as another guy points like this.
You didn't help.
Book it to line up.
As you're running toward them, the helicopter is getting ready to land, and the two men open fire in your direction.
Is this dodge?
Yep. You ain't got nothing to fight back with, do you?
I mean, I've got my lightning gun, but I'm not about to open fire in the middle of this dig site and ruin their disc.
You're not gonna get us killed too.
Exactly.
So we just killed you, but what? I can't believe the traitors.
68.
They rolled a 6.
I'm not even gonna try to push that because I can't beat that even if I get a 0.
You
You will
could.
take
It's not very.
4
could.
piercing damage and roll me a d20.
Ooh.
Oh no, memento.
Ooh. Do you need a D20? I have a black one.
You said I
Like
took
a
4 or
smoky
6
black.
damage?
4, and then you roll a d20.
Yes.
Where's the page with the injuries again? Give me a moment.
10. 19. Hey, is it really? Yeah. Okay, that works too.
There it is. What'd you roll?
19.
You are hit in the left arm.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Can I roll for it?
I don't know how much longer it's gonna
You're
be.
right-handed.
Okay.
You are hit in the left arm. You will not be able to climb with that arm as it is.
So I won't be able to get back down the manhole.
You could drop.
You,
She couldn't get up.
as the helicopter is coming in, it starts kicking up sand as they take aim again. What are you doing?
Screw it. Lightning gun.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Maybe lightning's not the best thing to activate around here.
44. And my
Alright.
skill is 45.
You got
You
this.
hit one of them, roll it. Unfortunately, one of them also hit you. For minimum damage, you will take 2 piercing.
Max damage on mine.
What is the damage?
It is a D10. I'm seeing if that adds anything. I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
No, so just 10. Just 10.
The lightning, as it's about to hit the guy, arcs to the lightning rod.
Great. Maybe lightning wasn't the best thing to activate here.
I don't know that we wanted her to have electricity.
I don't even know if she wanted to.
When the lightning
Shoot the
hits
gun.
the lightning rod,
No, I mean.
it's like it won't stop.
Hannah!
Drains all the lightning from your gun. And the grounding apparatus for this lightning rod explodes and blows a hole on the side of the refrigerator truck, damaging the refrigerant section. And the refrigerant catches fire. And everybody turns around in a panic because the refrigerator truck just went down.
I'm running for it. Run! I'm running for my. I'm running for my life.
I imagine you just running around.
As you are running towards
That's more like,
the hole,
because the left arm doesn't work.
running and running. And the more you run, the farther away the hole seems.
What?
The world starts descending into darkness around you.
Did we wake the one guy
And
up?
you are suddenly standing in the middle of a field.
Drew
beneath a
one.
full moon.
Oh!
Wonderful.
Oh!
Don't like that!
Oh!
Off in the distance,
Simon?
you see a strange circle with these stone pillars with flames on tops of them,
I know. What if he tortures
and a
her?
stone slab
Moon.
on the ground in the very middle of them
Yeah. Simon's
with
the sun.
manacles on it.
Brenda's the moon, isn't she? I was just saying you should have been make another moon.
What has manacles on them?
The slab.
The slab
manacles
has
on the end of it.
manacles on it.
Think like
Yeah.
Greek mythology. I can't think of his name right now.
All right, so at the same time, the rest of you, I'm going to need sanity saves.
Woo! Can you move your dice?
Oh, sorry.
20 of 41.
60 of 50.
95.
All right, we'll get to you in a second. What did you roll?
60 of 50.
You see both of them just go blank
Catatonic.
expression, catatonic. You find yourself sitting at a desk in a room. You look down and you were drawing pictures of people burning alive.
Great. Love that. I'm a psychotic child. Tom Riddle who? Thank you.
You hear the door behind you open.
I turn around.
It's Simon, isn't it?
You try to turn around. But like as you start to, a hand comes to rest on your shoulder. And you hear a voice that says, Brenda, it's time for a walk. And as you start to turn around, you realize you're much shorter. You look at your own hands. You're in the body of a child. And you look up, and this man looks a lot like Simon.
It's the dad!
Back to you!
Why?
5.
Daddy issues.
Puts me under my key.
You're walking up a street, and you see this guy is running from the police. Like there's a police chase. And he runs a red light. He collides with another vehicle. Sends that other vehicle careening toward a gas station. And you turn and look. And there's a woman that has just climbed back into her car after pumping gas. And this car careens right into it. And they both go up in flames.
That's rough, buddy.
And you look over and you see another person holding the same model of camera that the journalist with you has. Stops and takes a picture.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
It wasn't me, guys. I was just drinking.
It's the same model.
I was just drinking.
Could even be the same camera.
Yeah.
True.
The woman in the car is screaming and burning, screaming for help. Her husband is in the gas station. woman is screaming for Wendell at the top of her lungs. And as the camera clicks, her body goes limp.
Oof.
So that was his wife dying.
Yes.
Got it. That was the scene.
Yep.
You just witnessed.
My brain
the
probably reconstructed an imagining of that.
You lose
photo we
3
saw.
sanity points.
Oh, okay.
You lose 1.
scene. Okay.
You lose 3.
And I'm A-okay.
You're fine.
That's okay, all right.
What do you do?
I'm off in a catatonic state, getting a vision. Or not even a vision.
You're
Is someone
in a
trying to
field.
talk to me?
You feel like you're standing there. You look down. There's blood on your clothes. Your hands don't look like your hands.
Is there any water nearby?
You're in the middle of a field.
Well, guess it's time for a cat nap.
You feel terrified.
I'm just gonna keep running then. I was already terrified and running for my life. I'd just keep running. I'd still be terrified. But
You hear a voice yell. Get your ass back here this minute! And you look over your shoulder. Your father's running toward you with a whip.
yeah, I run even faster.
Timestamp.
What do you do?
A-word.
That was...
No, that one's fine.
That one's
That's
fine?
not one of the Pacifica words.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I didn't even realize I said a word.
It
No,
might have been him.
What word was that?
I'm a little out of it.
no, that one is acceptable. That's not one of the
Yay,
Pacifica
cool.
words. What do you do?
Am I Brenda then?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know. But you assume
I want to
that
ask.
he was talking to you when he said
I
Brenda.
want to ask, where are we going? He said we're going for a walk. I want to ask, where are we going?
He says, you know exactly where we're going. Stop playing silly.
I don't want to go.
And he says, what we want is irrelevant, dear. And he grabs you by the wrist and starts dragging you along. You are almost powerless to stop him.
I am a child, so.
Well, the last time somebody went catatonic, I was able to smack them awake.
All right, who are you going to smack?
I feel like we kind of need this information. Like, I shouldn't be smacked awake.
Oh, he doesn't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't know
Fair
what's
enough.
happening.
Fair enough.
I don't
I
know.
was like, oh, they're not here with me.
But I know
Fix
that two people are, both people are important, but I know that that one is a lot more stable than that one. So I am going to attempt to smack you awake in your catatonic state.
Can I resist that?
You are catatonic.
You have no way to know what's going. He's going to slap you silly.
Is that just a brawl?
Yep.
97.
Ha!
He gets up there, he's like, ugh!
Can't quite reach.
It's like, where is there a stool?
There's no stool.
There's not.
You just can't reach. It's like, smacks you in the belly button, nothing happens.
I mean,
You would try and hit her with your cane?
Stop.
yes.
It worked for driving.
Don't give him ideas. We need
It
this
worked for
information.
driving.
5.
Make a con save?
As I almost die. 71 of 60.
You take 2 damage, and your brain starts to bleed. Blood out of your ears.
I'm internally
As
bleeding.
someone who has a hold of your mind clenches down even harder.
Whoa!
You visibly, she's like in pain and blood starts coming out of her ears.
Am I
She's still
conscious
not
at this
there.
point?
On the plus side, it is a -1 to damage because I am weak and old.
The damage didn't come from you.
Oh, wonderful. So
Fair enough.
Am I now able to talk to him?
You're still in the dream.
Okay, I'm still in the dream. Okay, cool. So I didn't get knocked out of it. Okay, cool.
So maybe don't do that to us.
You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I want to ask, where's Simon? Where's Mom? Do I know them as?
So when
Mom's
you
dead
say,
at this
where's
point?
Simon, where's Mom, he says, don't act like that, and slaps you.
Woo! Great. Okay, cool. I
Make
want
a
to
sanity
start.
save.
Okay.
How dare you speak of your mother like that?
Oh,
64.
the percussion.
64.
The stimuli is being reinterpreted. That's cool.
It's -1 damage. You interpret the hit of the cane across your face as Wendell slapping Brenda.
That's clever.
Okay, cool. All right.
Her brain's trying to make sense of what's going on, and it's having a really hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most children would probably do, I want to just start screeching and trying to pull away and throwing an absolute tantrum and just dead waiting and screaming and throwing a tantrum and not okay, as children do.
He starts to chuckle, and he's like, you're only supposed to play that you're that unwilling. And he just keeps dragging you.
Is there no one around? So what kind of place are we in? We in a warehouse? Are we in an apartment building? Like, where are we at? House?
Being dragged out of what looks like a house till you get to the front door and you realize it's a cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, great. No one is.
Cabin in the woods.
And you're
Okay.
being led out through a tree line out into a clearing. And off in the distance, you can see a circle of 12 stone pillars with stone braziers on top of them that are burning. And in the middle of it is a stone slab with 4 manacles on it.
I don't know if there's a
Was
good
it
way
you
to
who
get
saw
up.
manacles? Interesting.
You have blood on your wrists and hands. Roll.
So I'm gonna. What is the wisdom stat in this?
Willpower.
Willpower. That's right.
Roll willpower.
42 of 40.
You're not sure what's going on. Would you like to push that roll?
Yeah, I think I will. Well,
Oh, 14.
yeah, 14.
12, because the other one was a 2, right?
Oh,
Not
So,
Yeah, whatever. We get the, yeah,
you
12.
realize that you managed to get yourself free from some shackles, and you cut yourself several times in the process, and the blood on your clothes is yours. You broke free, intent on trying to help your sister.
Okay,
You are Simon.
I am. At least I think I am.
I'm a little bit slow. It might have just
Would
not
I
clicked
know?
for me.
Could I try to figure out where my sister is?
Roll spot hidden.
I want to break free.
23.
You were in a woodshed behind you. And off in the distance, you see Wendell dragging Brenda from the tree line across the field.
I run that way.
Okay.
Towards Brenda. Yelling, if you want to hurt someone, pick on someone your own size. Even though I know I'm smaller than him.
He drops her, runs up and kicks you. You gonna try and dodge?
Yeah, I think I will.
What's your sanity at?
37. And 29 is my roll.
You lose 1 point of sanity as he kicks you and says, "You interrupt the ritual, your mother will never come back and it'll be your fault!"
I want Mom back just as much as you do, but this isn't the way.
He's gonna hit you. You gonna try and dodge?
97. I'm not gonna push it.
He actually just barely misses you, and he reaches for you to try to grab you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to dodge again. 55.
He rolled a 54.
So close.
He grabs you by the shirt, pulls his hand back, and is about to punch you in the face.
As he grabs my shirt, can I just try to punch him over and over again?
You can, but you realize you're about the size of a 7-year-old.
Is there something
can't
I
do
can
much
do?
to
Can
him.
I also fight?
No, you're in a different.
Oh, I'm in a different dream, aren't I?
Yep, everybody's in
Okay.
different dreams.
You see this happening because your father just threw you on the ground.
But I can't interact because it's not.
I mean, I interfered
Are we
in
in the
yours.
same
You
place?
see him holding a boy by the shirt, about to punch him.
I want to go up and I want to kick the back of his knee.
Roll to kick.
69.
So you miss him, and he backhands you. You take 2 psychic, or like 2 sanity. Sorry. And you
Alright,
realize that this fight isn't taking your hit points. This fight is eroding your mind. You are having a hard time telling the difference between yourself and the people that you are currently in this dream.
All right. Would he have let go of me when he backhanded?
Yes.
I'm going to grab her by the hand and run.
Okay.
Hesitate him first.
You pull
That's
her up
nice.
from the ground to start running, and he goes to kick you again. Are you going to dodge?
Yes. $83.
You roll a 4.
Is there anything I can use around here? A shovel, a
You
brick,
take
anything
2
I can
sanity.
throw at him? Or hit him
And are
with?
knocked to the ground.
I get back up.
From where you are on the ground, you see Wendell's bag sitting next to this slab with the manacles on it. You know there's stuff in there that he intends to do for this ritual, and as he's coming for you to grab you again, you open your eyes, you're laying in the sand as wind is whipping around you as a helicopter is landing. Bleeding from your left arm.
Well, I'm back to myself, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine. Just leave
Come
me
on
there.
down, the darkness is fine.
You see Wendell grab Simon by the hair and drag him back to the woodshed.
The woodshed, not the slab.
The woodshed.
I would like to dive for the bag.
The bag is a little ways off, but you could take off running towards there.
I would like to do so.
You step into that ring,
Mm-hmm.
and the manacles that are tied to the slab start to lift up off the ground like they're floating weightlessly. And they kind of like lean toward you like they're waiting for you. And if you want to grab that bag, you're going to have to dodge them.
I have to. We'll push it. I got an 81. It'd just be a 1. Come on. I lost that dice too.
She's so invested in this dream.
81.
As you reach for the bag, one of the manacles gets a hold of your wrist.
You're kids, man.
You got a hold of the bag though. But you're trying to pull away from this thing. It has you.
It only has one wrist. With my other hand, I would like to dig through the bag. What's in there?
Some potions of some sort, strange chemical concoctions, and torture implements.
Is there any throwables? Scissors, knives, ninja stars. That's great. Anything sharp that if it hits him is gonna hurt.
There's a blade laying on the slab.
Closer to the other manacle.
It looks just like the one that your Corman friend carries.
And move for the blade.
As you reach for the blade, you come to your senses and open your eyes, bleeding from your left wrist.
Okay, fine. Send me back. Okay. Bleeding from my left arm?
Your left wrist, where the manacle grabbed you.
Got it. Okay, cool.
You see
So-
this, like, just this tear on her wrist appear that looked like she yanked her hand out of some manacles. Like, all this right here is cut up.
So was the wound that I had a new one then? Because my left arm had been shot.
Yeah.
So it's that wound or a new wound?
No, you don't have manacle wounds on you. You still have your gunshot wound.
Okay. I was just clarifying because that situation. Cool. Thank you.
What are you doing?
I mean, I came back to my senses maybe after witnessing the.
When you see her
Gas
body go
station?
limp? When the camera snaps and her body goes limp? Suddenly, you feel like you're falling backwards and you land in a body of water and you're sinking and you see the surface like pulling away from you. And you realize that you tied a stone to your ankle. As the knot doesn't hold well and it lets go, and you start floating back to the surface.
Is that all I've got from my dream? So I could just.
You can roll, I'm gonna let you roll psycho analysis for this.
Okay. Like what? Oh, I have a 60 on that.
Nice.
I got a 95.
Do you want to try and push that? Or do you just want to let it go?
Remember the fun in pushing.
Alright.
My actions don't have consequences.
5.
Suddenly, you realize that you're having a delusion from the point of view of Wendell when he tried to end things after his wife died. And no matter what he tried, he couldn't. Something kept stopping it.
Interesting.
And you hear this voice that says, "No, Daddy, don't. I need you."
Aww. That's really, really, really sad, especially after baby.
Oh, I have no idea what happened in you guys' dreams.
And you
That's
realize
really, really sad.
Brenda kept him from killing himself repeatedly.
By sheer will, or?
Ooh, that's hard on her. Alright.
In that moment, you come to understand Brenda is fully psychic.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
In a superheroes comics kind of way.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I've heard of some of this stuff. It's weird. Man, they must have put
I'm having
implants in
some-
her head or something.
I'm having some weird dreams.
Yeah.
Must have been
Superhero
something you ate.
comics.
And as you breach the surface, you come to your senses. And you are completely drenched in seawater.
Was I sleeping? Was I on a boat?
Out of nowhere, when he opens his eyes, there's just seawater everywhere.
I'm very confused. I know I was sleeping real hard. I'm not sure where I am in life because I feel like I was on a boat. But my sea legs aren't here.
They're awake.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
hear gunfire from above. What do you
That's
do?
familiar.
You hear gunfire still. But you hear against metal.
That's a lot. Oh.
They're shooting at the refrigerator truck.
The Ice Queen. The Ice Queen.
I was running, and it looked like I was running towards the manhole. So
Well,
I
you
guess,
fell on your face.
Yeah. Then I get
You
up.
turn back and look towards the gunfire.
Yeah, I want to see what's happening.
You see a woman in a hospital gown with tubes, like from IVs and stuff, like sticking out of her, floating through the air, pointing her hand at people and turning them into statues of ice. And then they shatter.
Oh, that kind of Ice Queen.
And they're shooting at her. And with her other hand, she holds it up, and all the bullets are just freezing right in front of her and falling to the ground, or else deflecting and hitting everything around her.
I'm probably thinking there's something happened up there, and I'm not part of it, and I'm grateful for that.
that's kind of where I'm at right
I
now.
want to get as far away as from in her view as possible.
You hear the voice in your head. Wake Simon now.
Where is he?
In the other helicopter.
Okay, I run towards
He's
the
far less dangerous than she is.
Okay, I run to the other helicopter and hope
It
my
has
entity
just
is right.
landed, and you're running toward it, and like everybody is too occupied shooting at her. A guy jumps out of the co-pilot seat and starts unloading with a Desert Eagle toward her. You get up to the helicopter. You know, open the door.
Yeah.
You're still bleeding from this one arm. You reach up, you open the door. You see a very well-dressed man passed out in the seat.
Can I just smack him?
You gonna smack him awake?
Giving him it.
All right, let's try it.
This is brawling,
I
right?
feel like Captain America. I'm missing
Ah,
all these
lots of dice.
references.
Hold on.
You ever watch Hunger Games?
I read it.
55?
Read it.
Doesn't wake him, but you do look over and you see the guy that's firing right next to you explodes in shards of ice.
Ow.
Ooh.
Honey,
Can I, like, dodge to not get hit by shards?
Sure. What'd you say?
Honey, where's my super soup?
That's really good, actually. What'd you get?
I'm pushing
Yeah,
it
that
real
one,
quick.
that
It's
one.
now an 89.
Normally those are my kind of
99.
jokes.
So, as you push it, you lose 2 sanity.
So, little thing for you guys.
To edit.
You get hit for 1 damage
Anyways,
by the ice.
I'm out of word, and I'm kind of mad about it.
Anyways, I started blasting.
So, anyways,
Can I, like, shake him and say, hey, wake up? And then if that doesn't work, just smack
You shake him, say, "Hey, wake up."
Yeah.
How do you normally wake someone? Would you?
No, normally I'm gentle, but this is not a gentle
The
situation.
voice in your head says, "Call his name."
Simon, wake up.
As you're yelling, "Simon, wake up,"
Simon Trueman.
His eyes open.
Oh, but he's
And when his eyes open, the woman falls to the ground asleep.
Ooh.
I get it.
Oh, so only one of them can be awake at a time.
It's the cycle of the sun.
Oh.
she's not. Wait, is that's Brenda? The ice cream?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Just making sure I'm following.
Real quick, I want to look for my diet.
Oh, my ankle.
Good job.
He hit the metal chair like that's so funny. It's like, you know when your
He
scooter
opens
hits your
his
leg?
eyes and says, "Who are you?"
You don't want to know that right now,
Seemed you were lucky.
but you just helped everyone here on your dig site.
Why are you on my dig site? You're going to taint the ritual.
I might
And
be
he
able to help with
winds
it.
up to backhand you just like his father.
I might be able to help with it.
Are you gonna dodge?
Yeah. Oh, come on. 69.
He missed.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to have any sort of magical powers when he's awake.
In the real world.
The calm emotions costs magic points, yes? The
Yes.
D6 magic points? I'm gonna try to use calm emotions on him.
Okay.
As you should.
Okay.
Look. He's pretty crazy.
He's pretty.
Okay, I took
Pretty
3
crazy.
magic points for that. So I'm down to 2.
As you reach out, I need you to roll to hit him to touch him with this.
I'm sorry I dropped you on the ground. Please be good to me.
That doesn't. You gotta re-roll that one.
Thank you.
Okay.
57?
Okay, you reach out, you touch him, and he just like suddenly calms down for a minute. He goes. He has this moment of clarity, and he says, "Kill me, please! He's using us both!" And then suddenly, he comes back and he smiles at you and goes, "You shouldn't have done that." And there is a crackling from the brain in a jar as an invisible hand grabs you from behind by the scruff of your neck and yanks you backward. And you go flying and land in the sand.
So
Okay.
That's an awfully long hand, because that was in the manhole.
Yeah, it was in the manhole. Alright.
Cute date.
So he didn't have magic, but
But Wendell certainly does.
Yep.
I'm trying to see what I could do.
He laughs. He goes, "You think you can end this by just being an interloper? You're unworthy."
I've got no other choice but to try. And I get back
And
up and run towards him.
You see Simon's eyes go jet black as he raises his hand toward you like this,
Maybe you shouldn't.
Can I
and his
run?
hand starts to crackle. You may attempt to dodge.
Don't run towards him.
you're wondering if you're gonna lose another character.
I'm sorry.
Okay, 25.
Lightning leaps from his hand toward you, and you jump out of the way just in time as it just streaks up the sand, turning all of that it hits to glass.
Oh.
That's very powerful.
And my lightning gun has no more charges, right?
You can spend a turn to reload it.
I can't. Thank you for reminding me I can reload it.
You hear a voice in your head. The father is immune to lightning.
Of course he is.
The son is immune to fire. The daughter is immune to ice.
Makes sense to me.
And I need you to make a sanity save as it imparts that wisdom to you.
15.
You hear the explosions of ice, the gunfire, and suddenly the gunfire stopped. You hear people like yelling, there's commotion, and then you hear this across the sand.
So glad I'm not that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything I can do about that. I am currently in an area I shouldn't be.
Every single time you hear like the crackling of lightning from above, you see light coming from the sack that's on the ground right at the manhole where you fell.
Yeah. I have no way to tell you guys to smash the dang brain.
We know we can't anyway.
That jar is what keeps it
The
contained.
jar is not only is the jar what keeps it contained, the jar, from what we have learned when we were still at the hotel, is protected. And until those two are gone, we can't do anything to that jar.
Yeah.
Roll
Okay.
history.
Brenda is protecting him.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah, I was part of this conversation. I wasn't asleep yet.
I will push
38.
13.
Am I wrong?
You remember, as long as the blood flows,
Yep.
the brain cannot die.
Yep. Which was the thing we learned in the hotel anyway.
Yeah, I even have that written down in my notes, and it didn't register that that's
And
what
suddenly your notes make sense. They can only be killed with that blade.
Your blade.
Now I've been meaning to ask you.
However, it dawns on you in that moment, their mother is trapped in that camera.
She.
Okay. So
But didn't I empty it out at some point?
you did
You
in
emptied
fact.
out
The
a
coin.
coin with the sigils on it. You've never operated it without that in it.
I think I know what. Is she the coin?
No,
No?
no.
No, she's the camera without the coin.
What?
So
I'm gonna
remember
let this
when you
Keep her
looked at
attention.
and you found shoved into the battery compartment was this weird coin.
Yeah, the Elder Sign
Yeah.
coin.
And then you didn't really figure out much else about the camera. It dawns
I would
on
like
you
to
though.
sit crisscross
In
applesauce.
fact, I would say both of you understand that moment. That's the camera that pulled the mother's soul from her body before she could burn to death.
So this whole ritual is for nothing.
No,
No, the soul has to be put into a body.
the soul has to be put into a
Her
body.
soul was preserved.
Her soul is
And Wendell
preserved.
knows it.
Simon,
That's how you got your hands on the camera.
because it's all a big overarching plan.
I see.
We are all here by design. And because of that, it means that the camera that has the soul in it is now in position to, if we lose, they succeed. Because they now have the camera.
They have everything they want, and you brought it to them.
We could consider breaking the camera.
But then, how would her soul ever be free?
I think it's safer
To safely dispose.
to keep
of
the
soul.
camera intact.
Okay.
Because if they want the soul to be free, breaking the camera is just going to free the soul.
Okay.
Whether or not it goes somewhere else, we don't know. But it would be safer to keep it contained than it would be to
It's
free
like,
it.
okay,
and
you
just
have
hold
this really important piece of treasure. Okay, we have it. We don't want the enemy to get it. But if we
See,
throw it into the
I'm
ocean,
having a hard time following it because to me, it's like spirits are like harder to contain than water. So like once you let it go, I feel like it would be gone. But
Keeper,
whatever.
what do we think about this? Can we get your information on how that's...
You want to roll occult or Cthulhu mythos? Tell me what you're
I'll
rolling, and I'll
roll-
tell you.
Where's the cold?
I'll roll a cult. It's a 55 of 78.
57 of 12.
57 of 12. You know that this is all one long chain of rituals, and that it's if it's interrupted, very, very bad things could happen.
Yep.
the dark forces have already been set in motion. And yeah, that's about as much as I can give you with that roll.
Yeah.
So you're still up there with Simon, who is possessed by his father, casting lightning at you.
And I know that my lightning gun won't work on him because he's possessed by his father right now.
Your lightning gun was also drained and have to be recharged.
Right.
So I do have an above board question.
Okay.
Me being the superstitious occultist that I am, inside of my cane is a sword. Conceivably, I would have drawn elder signs, much like
Okay.
what I've seen.
I would say
Maybe
so.
hold these things
That makes
back.
sense.
So my question there is in doing so, if I were to use it, would that have any sort of effect?
You know that interrupting a ritual with other arcane energies can produce unpredictable results. But it could be interrupted.
Unpredictable versus certain death certainly sounds a lot better.
Yep.
Yeah, it surely does. There was something that has been kicking around my mind since like the first session that I got here, and I was like, wait a minute. If my character is like super superstitious about this kind of stuff, conceivably he would have put wards on his implements to maybe help in some way.
All right.
Just something to keep in mind.
All right, so he's getting ready to launch more lightning at you.
Would I have any other weapons on me?
The guy that got shattered to ice when he was hit by the ice dropped his Desert Eagle on the ground.
What kind of weapon is that?
That's a pistol.
Pistol.
So a handgun?
It's a very large pistol, but it's a pistol.
Okay, I will pick it up and try to use it.
All right, you shoot at
Simon.
Simon?
Yep.
Now, I'm curious to see the kick on this because she only has one working arm.
51 out of 45.
So as you open fire, with like this uncanny, like almost like he anticipated the path of each bullet and moving at the speed of lightning, dodges every bullet you
It's like the Matrix.
Jeez.
I definitely see it like the Matrix.
Yep.
Like, you know those agents in the Matrix that just kind of dodge the
Yeah.
bullet? That's what he looks
I
like.
see it as that scene where Echo was dodging all the bullets.
I see what you
It's
mean.
all-
Okay.
So,
Are there any
But the-
explosives on the...
Helicopter fuselage is in plain sight.
next to him? Near him?
Ooh.
Yeah, he's still like climbing out of the helicopter, just blasting at you with lightning.
That makes sense.
So,
Like you ducked and
do I have
dodged.
to shoot at the fuselage to make it do something? To
Make it
blow up?
explode.
Yeah.
Let's roll mechanical repair. Let's see what kind of knowledge you have of these machines.
I'm curious how she's shooting this with one working hand.
Okay, 12
With
out
the-
of
with help.
10 base.
You'll have to reload this pistol
With one hand.
With one hand, and there is another guy up the way that might have a pistol on him already loaded from where they were shooting at her. If you want to try to run for it to grab another gun.
That would be faster. I'll run for it and try to grab another gun.
All right, so a roll dodge because you're running away as he's blasting at you with lightning again.
6.
Okay. You manage just barely to dodge another streak of lightning. Just goes right up the sand, right next to you.
Huffy, Huffy!
Roll spot hidden.
Dance, David, dance.
33.
You see one of the MP5s was only about half fired. Like there's a mechanism on the side that you pull back, and it's gone halfway in. You think it might still be loaded.
Okay, I'll grab that and
Okay.
fire at the fuselage thing.
Okay, roll to hit. This is going to be difficult because you are injured and you are firing an MP5.
Would this be using my firearm
Yes.
handgun skill?
No, it'd be rifles.
No, MP5 is a handgun
Oh,
still.
yeah.
It's just, it's a little bit bigger. It's a fully automatic handgun, basically.
I'm gonna push the roll.
Okay.
0.
You got 0?
I'm gonna take a picture of. Oh, that's 100.
That's 100.
0, 0, 0 is 100, yes.
Okay, then 100.
And that was on a push.
Yeah.
The gun jams.
Ooh.
And you realize that these soldiers were armed with incendiary rounds just in case she woke up. As the gun pops in your hand.
Are you
How do I keep rolling minimum damage?
Okay.
You take 1 damage as the gun explodes
I
in
was
your
afraid you'd be
hands.
no-handed at this point.
You are burned a little bit, but you think if you went looking for another gun, you might find one with incendiary ammo. There are plenty of dead bodies around.
Yeah, I'll look again. Spot hidden.
Okay.
67.
This is actually a pretty easy one because there's a lot of people around. You see another handgun on the ground.
Okay, I pick it up.
Okay, you don't know if it's full or not, but
I pick it up anyways.
all right. I'm rolling the. Okay. You're gonna try and fire it at the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Go right ahead.
37.
You fired at the helicopter and it hits the fuselage, and the helicopter explodes. You're far enough away from it. I'll allow you to dodge to try to avoid getting hit by shrapnel.
Glad we're not in that fight.
If you had shot it while standing next to it, you'd be dead.
Yep. And I was fully prepared to do that too. 31.
You managed to dodge out of the way. You hear a massive explosion after some gunfire.
Glad it's not me.
And in character, he says, I'm glad I'm not in that fight.
People are tending to the wounded. There's people like moving to restrain this woman. They're injecting her with drugs. People are like, I need ice now! Like everybody is like scrambling. The helicopter just exploded. There's mayhem going on. What are you doing?
Make sure.
What
he's
happened to
dead.
Simon?
You just see a ball of fire right now.
He's immune to fire.
He is immune to fire.
Sorry, I got really excited.
Does
Well-
the
You
handgun
too,
I
but-
have seem like it has more
He's
shots
possessed
in
by
it?
his father.
As you were firing,
Who is not.
click, 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 click.
Something Jared just pointed out. He is possessed by his father. So is he immune to fire or lightning?
Possibly both. Probably both.
Keeper, how are the mechanics working for that?
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay.
Would I have any inkling as to how this is working at this point?
You can.
He was definitely immune to lightning because you shot him with a lightning gun.
No, she didn't.
I'll let you roll occult.
She missed.
Just so you
and
know,
no,
my
it's
base
been stuck.
score for this is 5 because I didn't put anything into a cult. 31.
You have no idea.
Cool.
What do you do? I mean, you heard the explosions. What are you guys doing?
I feel like I should go check that out. But I cannot leave my idol.
I'm going to. Can I use medicine on myself to try to fix my arm?
You don't have anything nearby. You'd either have to get back down with them because he carries his Corman bag, or run to the medical tent. You have no medical supplies with which to bandage a wound right now, but you are bleeding heavily.
I think
When are we
while
not
everyone
bleeding
is
heavily?
distracted, I'm gonna run to the medical tent and try. Actually, no, I'm gonna run back to the manhole.
Yeah,
cover.
you're probably gonna need help when your
Yeah.
blood gets down.
Yeah.
Okay, you get to the edge of the manhole. The bag with the brain in a jar is laying near the top, and the manhole cover is open.
I
You know
thought the
you're
bag.
not gonna.
I thought the brain in the jar was.
It
in
was
the
down
hole.
there.
Right, but like what I'm saying is like you went to throw it down the hole. and it's snagged on the ladder.
Oh. Can I unsnag it and then like try to be like, hey guys, a hand?
Yeah, I'm just saying like the reason why it's pertinent is because it keeps glowing and pulsing and radiating light. Like there's so much light coming from this, it's like shining through the bag.
Oh.
Drop it, I'll catch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just drop it.
I catch
down
it.
the hole.
Okay, you gotta catch it, roll to catch it.
What is this? What would that be?
Probably like dexterity.
Next.
Dex.
41 of 65.
So you catch it just fine. And so you have the brain like keeps pulsing. I'll have you roll Cthulhu Mythos. You can roll mechanical repair, I guess. So what would you roll to try to figure out why is that thing pulsing?
7.
Nature?
7. Okay, sure. You can
natural
roll nature.
world?
Sure, natural world. That makes sense.
64.
You have no idea. It must be battery operated and it's shorting. You look at this and you realize that the ritual he's performing, he got wrong. And instead of resurrecting his wife, he misread the text. What he's doing will wake Azathoth.
So guys,
You could change the ritual. It is not too late to actually resurrect his wife, but you need a willing host to give up their life.
well guys, we have a problem.
When do we not have problems? Explain!
Is it defective?
So this ritual that is supposed to bring back their mom,
Yeah.
they've messed up. And if they are to continue, everything goes poof.
Great to know! What do we do?
We can either
Oh.
try to fix it
Okay.
and revive their mom,
Okay.
which will require somebody willing to lay down their life.
Easy. You
Or
got this, right?
we use that fancy pig sticker over there.
You hear a voice in your head. You must summon Yipstitzel.
Great. Why on earth would we do that?
The alternative is worse.
The entity is telling me to summon Yib still.
Is that one that we've interacted with? Because I have
Yeah.
Yagul and
Is
Ass.
it the black oil?
That
one?
is the creature that Simon has
Okay.
been sacrificing people to.
Oh, the night gaunts.
Don't I have... Well, I forgot that spell, didn't I?
You did. Because I fixed you and made sure Simon didn't kill us all.
Thank you.
What would I need to do that? And why? I'm talking to the group now. What? Dang it, I lost my thought. So
You can roll
just
a
to
cult.
the entity.
Or Cthulhu Mythos. Either or.
Because that's the other thing is, out of character, I've not interacted with that
Nope.
past fixing that one.
That's
and I just
why
knew
I'm
that.
telling you to roll it.
So we said occult or Cthulhu Mythos.
Your choice.
My occult is only slightly higher, so we'll go with that. 36 of 78.
Someone will have to drink the black blood of the earth.
Hey, I know someone
Hey!
who's already been.
Hey,
Who's done
guys! Hey! drink, so I'm not full next to the time thing. I didn't even really drink it. So leave me alone.
Out of character, I believe Jeremy would offer themselves to do this just because of their personality and who they are. They want to help people. If it's their life versus the whole planet's life, they'd choose themselves.
Contemporary kindness.
Do you say that to everybody?
That somebody's gonna have to drink the blood.
I've already drank it.
You were cleansed.
I did fix you.
It's compelled kindness, not contemporary.
You said contemporary.
Oh, I meant compulsive.
That's okay.
So
Is that a bad word? No.
somebody is going to have to drink oil.
Impure oil.
Like crude oil.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, dear. I got it. I got it. Let me get you a cup.
And we're going to have to hope that whatever happens is less bad than
Waking Azathoth.
waking Azathoth, which is certain death.
So there's certain death and probably death.
I'll go with the probably death route.
That's terrible.
It's certain death versus probable death. I choose probable. Do we have to drink the black blood oil?
Only one
stuff?
person has to.
I'll just plug your nose and I'll pour it down your throat.
I'll do it. Why not? I've already lost so many characters. Might as well throw another one down the drain.
I elect the one who's already done it before
I think
and knows what they're walking into.
Where are you gonna find crude oil?
Yeah.
The dig site. I mean, I'm sure that there's a barrel of it somewhere.
Yes,
So
purified
right now
oil.
you've got a rampaging lunatic firing lightning from his hands through his son's body, heading your way.
Yeah.
You're standing in front of this strange gate.
Yes.
You know that you need some motor oil.
Crude.
Could I
Oil,
ask?
yeah, crude oil, sorry.
Could I ask the entity that talks to me if they could help at all?
He says, it may not work as well, but the crude engines that your people use to move about run on oil, do they not?
You would be right. All right, let's go find a truck and guzzle some oil.
Multiple vehicles
There's
up
all
there
kinds of
that
vehicles.
have
Not a
only
hot one,
used
please.
motor oil.
You need a
Just one
hose
that's
for that, I reckon.
You happen to have one? All my medical supplies are back in the tent.
I just need a bendy straw.
Well, mechanical repair, this will be nice and easy for you.
I just need a bendy straw, y'all.
Oh. Not easy enough.
Gonna push it?
Apparently, you've never changed the oil on a car.
I know boats.
Can I just lick the little stick thingy? Does that work? How much do I need?
Boats, paddle.
So you say that to the group. Can I just lick an oil stick? And
How much
you-
oil do I need,
and you're like-
realistically?
Maybe that'll. And the voice in you goes. You could try.
I made the gods uncertain.
I mean,
So she would have to climb out of the hole
I'm willing to
and
do it.
run to a truck, pop the hood, find the dipstick, and lick the dirty motor oil
I
off
am
the
a dipstick. I am a dipstick.
Well,
We
while
are
being
worms.
shot at by a crazy man with
Worthless
lightning powers.
worms.
What if I go up and distract him from you running away?
First, you're gonna need to be bandaged up, or you ain't climbing out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, I can take care of that.
No. Let's go with the bandages. I've
Probably
seen
the
your
time that it takes me to get out my kids.
It's going to be faster, and at
And
this
you
point,
can use your arm instantly when you does it.
if we bandage it, you still can't use your arm. It's just bandaged.
All right, just don't let me look. I
Stick
can
your
watch
dirty
other
fingers in the
people,
cold
but
wounds.
not myself.
And
All right, you
Right.
cast
Now my
it.
medical kit, and then I look
Roll
up.
your healing.
Yeah, how much is it? D6?
We'll love this one.
That is a whole 1.
You get a hit point back as the bullets pop out of your arm and the wounds seal.
Cool. 31. Or 36. Math.
I'm up to a solid 5 hit points, guys.
You're not bleeding anymore.
Not bleeding?
Yeah.
You can use your arm now.
You got some nasty scars. So what are you
Chicks
gonna
dig
do?
those.
Okay, so I say our plan of action is
Hey,
both
I'm
of
right
us
here.
go up there again. You, since you've had experience with the oil, find a truck that has crude oil in it and lick the stick.
So
I distract Wendell from you running to find.
you start hearing howling above.
No.
What kind of howling? Wind howling? Wolves howling?
Like
People in
weird
pain?
creatures.
Probably the creatures that. Probably the creatures that one summoned. It could summon for that whole one session.
My character has no exposure to that.
You're not wrong.
What are they?
Michael.
So I'm just hearing weird howling that I can't identify. I'm like, either the men are like that
You
bad
hear
in
howling,
pain, or
you hear screeching. It sounds like there is a skirmish of a different kind forming on the sand above you.
woo! Oh, we're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, like I said, our options are that or kill Lightning Boy.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, so you guys climb out of the hole. As you're climbing out, who goes first?
I go first to be the distraction.
You get to the surface. You see hundreds of these strange things that look like a cross between a man, a dog, and a bat. And they're howling and screeching, fighting hundreds of those cockroaches. And the men that work for Trueman Corp are opening fire. There's a firefight going on, and they're all ignoring Simon as he's walking toward you. Who's up second?
You needed to lick the stick.
All right, I'll go second.
You climb up and you see all of this, but you do see a truck, the refrigerator truck that the back is on fire, is running.
I don't want a running car. It'll be hot oil. I won't be able to, will likely cause.
Oh, you want to be picky about the oil you lick?
maybe.
Before you sacrifice your body?
So you know you could open it because it's still running.
Okay, I'll open it. Pop
So
the hood.
you run towards that truck. You're trying to distract Wendell. Who's up next?
Are we going up?
I think that
I would love if you
I
guys
think
came
that
up
if
and
we
joined
have
the
to have that one drink and do a ritual to do that.
None of this makes any sense to me.
I want you to try to stick Lightning Man over there with your fancy pig sticker.
Fancy military terms.
That was
So who climbs up next?
I guess that's me.
I guess that's me. I was
As
bullied
you
into
climb
going
out of the
in.
hole, you still have that big old knife on you. The sigils on it start to glow.
Oh,
Cult?
did it always glow in the dark?
Did it always glow in the dark? That is a 4.
My brother's gonna think it's real cool.
That blade
You're not making
can
a
kill
hole with
these
your brother.
creatures
Yep.
because it has been touched by elder magic.
Yep.
And you're like, wait a second, and you pulled your blade out a minute ago. You climb out of the hole behind him, and your sigils start glowing too. So
Pretty cool.
we have one person carrying a magic camera, 2 people carrying magic swords, and a person with a lightning gun
that is empty.
in the middle of a battlefield. That's where we're gonna end today.
Really? Thank you guys so much for
time.
watching.
Thank you very much. We hope that you will join us next week for the finale of our Call of Cthulhu series. This has been James.
Hannah,
Ash.
Jade.
Jared.
Catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.